Welcome to my species spotlight. Today's spotlight is going to be about the Java Sparrow. The Java Sparrow is also known as the Java Finch, Java Rice Sparrow, Java Rice Bird, Paddy Bird, Java Temple Bird, and the Paradise Sparrow. That's a lot of names. The Java Sparrow is a small passerine bird belonging to the estrildid finch family. Passerines are perching birds or songbirds that are distinguished from other orders of birds by their arrangement of toes. They have 3 toes pointing forward and 1 toe pointing backwards, which helps make them perch. The toes have no webbing. Passerines are one of the largest order of birds. The term passerine and passeriforms are derived from the scientific name of the house sparrow, Passer domesticus, and ultimately from the Latin term passer, which refers to sparrows and similar small birds. The Java Sparrow is one of the largest of the estrildid finches. The Java Sparrow is native to Java, Bali, and Bawin in Indonesia. They have become established in Fiji, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and the Hawaiian Islands. Java Sparrows are banned in some areas where they are not native, such as California, Hawaii, Georgia, and Florida, due to their threat to agriculture and the native ecosystem. So make sure you check your local laws before you considering adding Java Sparrows to your family. In the wild, they live in large flocks on grasslands, savannas, maize fields, and cultivated fields. They are considered a granivorous bird, which mainly feed on seeds and grains. Unfortunately, cultivated rice is a favorite food for the Java rice sparrow, hence their scientific name, Pata oryzophora. Oryza means in Latin rice, and vora means eating, so like rice eating bird. Well, farmers consider them pests and hunt them to near extinction in their native area. Also due to habitat loss, pesticides, predators, and capturing for the pet trade, they are now considered endangered. They are prolific breeders. This is why they are banned in some areas. In the wild, they breed after the rainy season, and they can lay between 4 to 7 white eggs. They lay their eggs in tree cavities or eaves of buildings. Both male and female incubate the eggs for 14 to 15 days. Both parents feed their babies in the nest for 4 weeks while out of the nest as well. A hen can produce 2 to 3 clutches a year. So that's a lot of babies. Java sparrows have a very sleek plumage. They look like porcelain. Look how smooth. Hopefully you can see this. I'll show some close-ups after. But they're so smooth and sleek looking. They're just, to me, they look like porcelain. They are adorable, quiet, stocky, hardy, and have a large beak compared to most finches. Some say they resemble tiny penguins. I think they look like a penguin. They're so cute. They are 5 to 7 inches in size. Hey, where'd you go? And they weigh approximately 25 grams. Come on. Come on, Nightshade. I gotta go get them. I got them back. The wild color is like Nightshade here. They have a black head, a black chin and tail, a gray back, grayish cinnamon breast and belly, white cheek patches that make them look like an empire penguin chick. Look at that. They're so cute. Their beak is horn color and it gradually lightens and becomes red at the base. He's getting very excited. Come on, Nightshade. Come on. Yay! You see that? It came right back. They have red eye wings and pink legs and feet. The Java Sparrow are monomorphic, which means that both male and female have the same coloring. Immature Javas are more dull in colors and have more brown upper parts and pale brown underparts and have like a plain head. They color up over several months to a year. Very young Java sparrows will have a black beak. It can be very difficult to tell the gender, especially if they are young or not in breeding condition. They are sexually mature at 12 months. They may start to breed between 12 to 16 months. So yes, they can have a lot of babies. Are you so cute or what? Look at him, he's hunkering down. Are you going to sleep or fly away? During the breeding season, the male will sing to impress the female. And the female will produce calls. The male's beak will turn a brighter red, be more bulbous where the beak meets the head. The male's eye ring may be a brighter red, and the head may be darker black than the female. The female's beak may be longer and more narrow compared to the male's. Both male and female dance in a duet-like manner when in breeding condition. Young males may attempt to sing at about 2 to 4 months, so you might be able to tell them apart at a young age. Java sparrows has pets. The Java sparrow has a pet for centuries, and they're very popular pets throughout the world. A hand-raised baby can be very tame and can become attached to their owners. They will fly to you, cuddle with you. They love scritches on the cheeks like nightshade. They will sit and bathe in your hands, sit on your shoulder, and they are very great at learning tricks. Check them out on Instagram. I follow a lot of accounts of these little Java finches, and you'll see the tricks that they do. Just have a look on Instagram. Type in the hashtag Java finch, Java sparrow, or any of those hashtags, and you'll see them all. They're very, very smart birds. If not hand-raised, they will become, nervous of humans. They will be nervous and a little bit skittish of humans. And they're best to live in large aviaries where they are enjoyable to watch and listen to. Some owners have had success in taming parent-raised babies by spending lots of time with them and earning their trust. Their lifespan in captivity is approximately 5 to 12 years. As a pet, they are quiet birds and suited for apartments. The male will begin his song by clicking his beak, making a chip, chip, chip sound, and then do a rattle or trilling notes, which increase in speed and then ending quietly. It's a short song that may be repeated over and over and over. The females are quieter. They make call sounds with no song. Songs vary amongst individuals. It's a very pleasant song to listen to. It's very, very nice. I love it anyways. In aviculture, breeders have produced other color mutations such as white, fawn, silver, cream, pied, black-headed, and agate, which they are all so beautiful. Nightshade, come here. Come on. Now I will introduce you to my Java sparrow as soon as he lands on me. Come on. I got him back. Well, this is Nightshade. He's 1.5 years old. He's a male. He was hand-raised, has a baby, by the breeder. I got him after he was weaned. I did have a female Java sparrow named Nightwing that I was hoping for Nightshade and Nightwing to get along with, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Nightwing liked him at first. They had special moments together, but fought most of the time. I had to have them in separate cages, like side by side, and they came out together. They were okay out of the cage, but they slept in their own cages as well, and eventually they went into the same cage. They would preen each other, sat together, ate together, did everything together. However, Nightwing would attack Nightshade often, and even while out of the cage. She chased him over and over, and until one day she attacked him severely. Luckily, I was there to stop the fight. I thought Nightshade was a goner. He flew to me and was weak and stressed. His eyes were closed. He was breathing heavily, and I was worried so much for him. So I made the decision to rehome Nightwing to a huge walk-in aviary. There's several other Javas for her to choose from. She can choose her own mate. She had lots of room for the birds to get away from each other. And just a few months ago, come on baby, I was informed that she found a mate and she was on eggs. So she was happy with another male. She just didn't like Nightshade. I kept Nightshade as he is too tame to bring to the walk-in aviary. The aviary prefers the birds that are donated to them not to be tame, as they don't want them to land on anyone. This goes to show you that sometimes getting your bird a partner doesn't always work out. I believe they need several birds to choose from so they can pick their own mate. Come on, Nightshade. Nightshade's back. I would love to get Nightshade a mate, but it may not work out and I'll be in the same situation. He has my other birds to be with, and he is in love with my budgie, Moonlight. They're like best friends, and he seems pretty happy, and he has me as well. He flies to me. He gets massages every day. Yes. So he lives, in my bird room with all my other birds, so he's not alone, and he has me as well. Caring for Java Sparrows, well, they need a large cage that is wide so that they can fly from side to side, or a huge aviary so they can get the exercise that they need. There are cages on the market that are very tall, but they're not wide. They're very tall. They look big, but they're not wide. They're very thin. Avoid those. The bird will be flying up and down, not back and forth like they should. So wider is always better than taller. If it's tall and wide, that's fine as well. It's best to have a flock or pairs, especially if they are not hand-raised and tamed. If you plan on not letting your Java finch out to fly, then bigger is always better. As it's a sad life for a bird to live in a small cage for 12 years or more. If you will let your Java finch out of the cage, then a smaller cage is okay. The smallest I recommend is 24 inches wide by 18 inches deep. That's how big Nightshade's cage is. It's only for the evenings and dinner and then bedtime. He is out in my bird room all day, flying, playing, eating, and having a nap. Javas don't climb like a parrot. They depend on their wings to get around. They can hop, but they can't hop too far, so it's best to provide several perches that they can fly or hop to. Provide different sizes and textures of perches for their foot exercise. Avoid cement or sand perches, especially on the top of the cage where they will sleep. Most of the time, spend most of their time, those perches can hurt their foot pads and cause bumblefoot, calluses, or infections, and it's very uncomfortable for them to sit on that all day. Keep the cage clean by changing the substrate daily on the bottom of the cage and scrub the perches to avoid them from being stepped on. They step on their own feces if they poop on the perches. Avoid placing perches, over perches that are lower. Vinegar and water is safe to use for cleaning the cage. Avoid any household cleaners as they can be toxic to your birds. There are several household items that are toxic to birds, such as candles, air fresheners, paint, smoke, Teflon from overheated cookware, and new appliances, and fumes from new furniture, carpets, or nail polish. There's certain foods that could be toxic to your birds, so do your research to find out what's toxic to birds before bringing home a new bird. I find that the best substrate is plain newsprint or paper towels so that the drop-ins can be monitored. Hey, sweetie, yeah, so we can see if they're ill and what they look like, and it's much cleaner that way. Are you being a silly bird now? Whee! Come here. Come on. Come on, Nightshade. Here, come. There we go. Javas can be kept in mixed aviaries. They are usually peaceful, but they can be aggressive during the breeding season and fight with others, especially with their own kind. Two male Java finches might fight. Some can become bullies, just like any other species of birds, so keep your eye on them and separate them if necessary. So just do your research on which species they do well with. So far, Nightshade gets along with my 9 other species of birds. Right? Especially my budgies, he loves them. Hi, sweetie. They love to bathe daily. Provide them with daily opportunities to bathe. Try different methods such as shallow bowls, baths that attach to the cage or go in the cage. Offer running water like a cat fountain, or tap running or wet greens to bathe in. You just love the bath, don't you? He loves taking a bath. Once your Java Sparrow bathes, they will air dry by fluffing up its feathers and preening itself. You don't need to blow dry them or dry them in a towel or anything like that. They can dry all by themselves. So for enrichment, they seem to like shredding toys and very soft wood like yucca wood. They like to shred paper and paper toys. They enjoy swings and shredding like dark leafy greens that can be hung in the aviary. You can hang small pieces of spray millet throughout the aviary as a treat for them and for them to forage. And diet-wise, they eat a variety of foods. He eats everything. What I feed him, I feed nightshade, sprouted seeds, sprouted spray millet, soak seeds, and dry seed. I give him a mix of finch seed, canary seed, and budgie seed, and I also make my own mix from human-grade seeds. He eats a variety of pellets, dark leafy greens, a chopped mix of various veggies, grains, and legumes, and small amounts of fruit. Right, buddy? He just eats everything. They are very, very good eaters. So fresh, clean drinking water is provided, obviously, twice a day, or change it more if soiled. Right, buddy? You want nice, clean water? See you. He'll come back. Come on. Nightshade. Whee! Come on. He just loves flying back and forth, and he'll fly in my head, my shoulder, my hand. Come on. Go. He's exploring this room because he hasn't been in here for a long time, so he likes to see everything. And here he is. Yay. There we go. So health-wise, for a Java Sparrow, they are really hardy little birds, but they are prone to aspergillosis, bacterial infections, and a polyoma virus, and possibly air sac mites. They can get whatever any other bird can get, really. If they become nutrient deficient, their beak may become pale and flaky and have pale eye rings. It's best to quarantine any new birds for 6 weeks before introducing them to your current birds, if you have any. And like any other birds, they can get any disease passed on from other birds. So that's why it's best to quarantine your new birds. If you see any illness, visit a veterinarian as soon as possible. For more species spotlight videos, click on the video on the screen so you can decide which species of bird is best for you. Thank you for watching.